Are you tired? Worn out? Feeling like the weight of the world has settled quietly on your shoulders? Maybe you've been smiling through struggles that no one sees. Maybe you've been saying, "I'm fine," when deep down, you're not even sure if you're holding it together anymore. Life has this way of creeping up on us, piling moments, small and large, until suddenly it feels too much. Too much noise. Too much pressure. Too many unanswered prayers. If that's you right now, just take a deep breath. You've arrived in a quiet space. You're not alone here. And this message is just for you. This is not a sermon. This isn't about pretending things are okay or trying to fix your faith overnight. This is a safe pause, a moment to just be. A moment to let go, just for a few minutes, and lean into something deeper than the noise. Because beneath all the questions, beneath all the exhaustion and the noise of your busy mind, your heart already knows something that your mind often forgets. You were never meant to carry this on your own. And you don't have to. Right now, in this quiet moment, I want to speak directly to that part of you that's been holding on by a thread, that part of you that secretly wonders if things will ever change. I want to be the voice that reminds you what your soul's been aching to hear. Jesus sees you. Right now. Not some future, better version of you, but you, as you are. Right in the middle of the mess, the doubt, the fatigue. He sees you. And more than that, he cares. He cares deeply. Not superficially, not conditionally. Genuinely. So if you're here hoping for some peace or waiting for a sign, let this be it. Let these words be a gentle reminder that even if your world feels heavy, Jesus is close. He doesn't need you to have perfect faith or perfect answers. He just wants you to come as you are. No masks. No pressure. Just honesty. Just trust, even if it's small. Let your soul rest here, in this quiet. You've carried enough. It's time to let Jesus carry you, the stillness within, inviting peace before the storm ends. You may be waiting for the storm to stop before you feel peace. Waiting for the diagnosis to change, for the debt to clear, for that one person to come back and say, "I'm sorry." But what if peace isn't waiting on the other side of the storm? What if it's already here, gently knocking at the door of your heart, quiet and tender, often drowned out by the noise of worry and fear? Peace isn't the absence of the storm, it's the presence of Jesus within it. When the waves rise, when the winds howl, when everything in your life seems uncertain, that's exactly when Jesus whispers, peace. Be still. And sometimes, he says that not to the storm but to our soul. Because the chaos outside doesn't have to become chaos on the inside. You're not weak for feeling afraid. You're not faithless because you're struggling. That's exactly the kind of heart he comes close to, fragile, tired, honest. God isn't waiting for you to impress him with strength you don't have. He's waiting for you to surrender. To lean in. To exhale. You may not be able to change your situation in this moment, but you can change your posture. From clenched fists to open hands. From overthinking to quiet trust. From panic to presence. And in that shift, even if nothing outwardly changes, something internal begins to calm. There's a stillness available to you right now, not earned by performance, but given through presence. The presence of the one who never leaves, never forsakes, and always responds when you whisper his name. Jesus doesn't come to rush you through your pain. He comes to sit with you in it, to hold you steady when your legs are shaking. Let him. Let go of the need to manage everything. Let go of the fear that if you stop worrying, everything will fall apart. The world is not on your shoulders, even if it feels that way. Let stillness settle into your soul, like a sunrise after a dark night. Peace is here. And his name is Jesus, the gentle strength of Jesus. When we hear the name Jesus, sometimes it feels distant. Formal. Like something reserved for church pews or stained glass windows. But the real Jesus, the living one, is closer than that. More tender than you may have imagined. More powerful than you may have believed. And much more personal. Jesus is not just a symbol of hope. He is hope. And not a vague, unreachable version, no, he is the kind of hope that walks with you. That sits beside you in hospital rooms. That holds your hand in the middle of heartbreaks. That stays up all night with you when sleep won't come and the thoughts won't stop. He is not scared of your brokenness. He's not annoyed by your questions. He's not withdrawn by your silence. In fact, he moves toward it. This man, Jesus, he calmed violent storms with a word, and yet, guarded the heart of those who felt like they were drowning. He touched untouchable people. He wept at tombs. He washed dirty feet. And still today, he does all of that in your everyday life, not visibly perhaps, but viscerally. Deep within, where no one else can really reach, he speaks, he heals, and he restores. He understands you. Even when you don't have the words to tell him what's going on. He knows the pain behind the smile, the weight in your chest, the ache in your spirit. There is a gentle strength in Jesus, strong enough to hold up the whole world, but gentle enough to carry your heart without breaking it. You don't have to pretend with Jesus. You don't have to be strong all the time. You can be tired. You can be weak. You can be honest. Because he doesn't love a perfect version of you, he loves the real one, the one that's listening right now, hoping this is all true. And oh, it is. More than you know. Jesus is not just a name to whisper in prayer. He is your anchor in the unknown. Your rescuer in the fall. Your comfort in the silence. And he's right here, right now, not just watching your life from a distance, but walking with you through every step. You are not forgotten. You are fiercely loved. You are being gently, steadily held. Trust is a journey, not just a moment. Trust. It's a word we hear often in matters of faith. Just trust God, they say. But let's be honest, that's sometimes easier said than done. Because trust isn't a one-time decision that magically makes everything okay. It's not a spiritual switch you flip when life gets hard. Trust is a journey. A quiet, daily choice, often made with shaky hands and a trembling heart. It's waking up in the morning and choosing to believe that even when you can't see the full path, the one who leads you knows exactly where he's going. It's praying even when it feels like your words hit the ceiling. It's staying open-hearted even after life has let you down. It's whispering, "I trust you," in the middle of circumstances that make no sense. Truthfully, trust can look small. It might not feel like a bold, confident leap of faith. Sometimes, it's just choosing not to give up. Choosing to breathe, to keep showing up, to take one more step with him, even when you're not sure where the road is leading. You don't have to have all the answers to trust Jesus. You don't even have to feel strong. Trust is much more about who he is than about how much belief you're able to muster up. You're not carrying this relationship alone. And the good news is, he's not grading your faith, he's honoring your heart. He sees the effort. The quiet prayers. The sighs that rise when no one is around. The tears that never fall in public. He holds every single one. Yes, trust takes time. Don't rush it. Don't guilt yourself when doubts come. That doesn't scare God, it draws him closer. He walks with you at your own pace, never in a hurry, never frustrated. And step by step, trust deepens, not because you figured everything out, but because you realize you were never walking alone. So if all you can say today is, "Jesus, I want to trust you, but I'm afraid," that's enough. That is trust. And it's a beautiful place to begin. When life feels heavy, his yoke is light. Life can be heavy. Not just the big moments, but the slow, constant weight of it all. Expectations. Disappointments. The quiet pressure to hold it all together, to be strong for everyone else, to carry burdens you were never meant to carry alone. Maybe you've been strong for too long. Maybe you're exhausted, inside and out. If that's you, hear this, not from me, but from Jesus himself. Asterisk, come to me, all who are weary and burdened, and I will give you rest. Asterisk. He didn't say, come to me when you're better, or, come once you've cleaned yourself up. He said, asterisk, come as you are. Right now. Broken, tired, overwhelmed, come, asterisk. And he didn't offer more rules or more pressure. He offered rest. Take my yoke upon you, Jesus said, asterisk, for my yoke is easy, and my burden is light. Asterisk. What does that mean for you today? It means he's inviting you to trade the weight you're carrying for the peace he's offering. That doesn't mean your problems disappear overnight. But it does mean you don't have to carry them alone anymore. You weren't created to bear the weight of the world. That job was never yours. It belongs to him, and he's not overwhelmed. So what if, just for this moment, you let go? Let go of that burden you've been silently dragging behind you. Let go of the anxiety that keeps stealing your sleep. Let go of the fear that you're not enough. Let go of the guilt you're tired of carrying, the kind Jesus already died to forgive. Just breathe. Let your shoulders drop. Let your soul loosen its grip. Rest doesn't come from having control, it comes from releasing it. The world will keep spinning. Problems may still exist. But when Jesus walks beside you, those same roads suddenly feel lighter. That same burden becomes easier. Because you're not carrying it alone. You're not meant to. And in him, you never will again. You're not alone, even now. Maybe no one really knows how you feel. Maybe you've become good at hiding it, the sadness behind your smile, the fear behind your strength. Maybe you're surrounded by people, yet still feel invisible. Quietly wondering, where is God in all of this? If you've ever whispered, asterisk, God, are you even there? Asterisk, you're not alone in that question. We all come to that place at some point. The silence of waiting. The ache of not feeling him. The loneliness that settles in like fog. It's human. It's real. And it's okay to admit. But here's the truth you need to hear, especially now, Jesus is not far, he's not watching from a distance. He hasn't forgotten you. He hasn't changed his mind about you. He hasn't left the room of your life, even if it feels empty. He is with you, right now, right where you are. In the quiet. In the uncertainty. In the mess. In the waiting. Especially in the dark. The presence of Jesus isn't always fireworks and feelings. Sometimes, it's the steady peace that defies explanation. It's the calm in your spirit when everything else is shaking. It's the breath you didn't think you'd have the strength to take. It's the gentle nudge that says, keep going. I'm still with you. He is the kind of Savior who doesn't need things to be perfect before he draws near. He walks into hospital rooms, broken homes, silent bedrooms, tear-stained cars. He hears every unspoken prayer. Every thought you haven't put into words. Every question you're too afraid to ask out loud. He is closer than the air you just breathed. Closer than your next heartbeat. Even when you don't see him, feel him, or understand what he's doing, he is near. You're not lost to him. You're not invisible to him. And you're certainly not alone. Even now, in this very moment, he is holding you. Guiding you. Loving you. And he's not going anywhere. One day, one step, one prayer at a time. Sometimes we think faith has to be big to be real, that trust must look fearless, or that healing has to come all at once. But so often, the most powerful faith is the quiet kind. The kind that whispers, asterisk, I'll try again today. Asterisk. And really, that's where trust grows, not in leaps and bounds, but in small, steady steps. It looks like waking up and saying, asterisk, Jesus, help me through this day. Asterisk. It looks like choosing to pray, even when you're not sure what to say. It looks like getting out of bed when everything in you wants to give up. It looks like opening your heart, slowly, gently, to hope again. You don't have to know how it will all work out. You don't need a 5-year plan. You just need this moment. This breath. This step. One day at a time. One moment at a time. God works in the quiet. In the ordinary. In the in-between. He's not impatient with you. He's not frustrated by your pace. He isn't comparing your journey to anyone else's. He walks with you, at your speed, with endless grace and understanding. So don't rush yourself. Don't shame yourself for not being further along. Jesus isn't asking you to fake strength. He's just asking you to remain close to him, even when your faith feels small. And when you take even the smallest step toward him, even the tiniest whisper of trust, he meets you there, with arms full of mercy, and strength that doesn't run out. It's okay to not have it together. It's okay to be in process. That's what trust looks like, not perfection, but devotion. Not answers, but surrender. You are becoming. You are healing. You are growing in grace, slowly, steadily, beautifully. So keep going, not with pressure, but with peace. Keep trusting, not with fear, but with faith. And if all you can do today is whisper a quiet prayer, know that it's enough. Jesus hears it. And he honors it. Every time. Ending in peace, a moment to rest in trust. Right now, wherever you are, pause. Let the noise go quiet, just for a moment. Let the tension in your jaw and your shoulders begin to melt. You don't need to strive. You don't have to fix anything in this second. You don't need the perfect words. Just, be here. You've heard a lot today. Maybe some things stirred your heart. Maybe some things challenged the way you've been feeling. But more than anything else, I pray this message reminded you of one simple truth: you are not carrying life alone. Jesus is here. Not in a distant, unreachable way, but in a real, present, intimate way. The same Jesus who calmed the waves, who fed the hungry, who wept at Lazarus's tomb, who gave his life for you, is right here now. Not rushing you. Not demanding anything from you. Just inviting you to rest. If you can, close your eyes and breathe slowly. Let his peace wash over you, the peace that doesn't depend on circumstances, the peace that steadies the shaking soul. Maybe you don't see the full picture. Maybe you still have questions, still face struggles, still wait for breakthrough. That's okay. You don't need to have all the answers to be held by the one who is the answer. So in this moment, let go. Let go of the fear that's been sitting heavy. Let go of the need to control. Let go of the lie that you have to be strong enough. You don't. Jesus is enough, strong enough, faithful enough, loving enough. And he's calling your heart to rest. You've carried these burdens long enough. Now, let yourself be carried. Let trust be your exhale, not your effort. Let Jesus be your stillness. Your safety. Your peace. And when this moment ends, know that you can return anytime, because Jesus doesn't leave when the video stops. His presence goes with you, wherever you are, whatever you face. So breathe. Trust. You're deeply loved. You're being gently led. And in him, you are already home. Quietly sharing the light. If this message spoke to your heart today, hold on to that. Hold on to the peace you felt, even if it was just for a moment. Hold on to the truth that you are not alone, that your story isn't over, and that Jesus is with you, now and always. You don't have to hurry out of this space. You don't need to rush back into the noise. Let this stillness stay with you as you step into whatever comes next. And if this message brought you comfort, maybe, just maybe, there's someone else out there who needs to hear it too. Someone who's tired. burdened, on the edge, just like you were. You never know the weight someone is carrying behind a quiet smile or an unanswered text. So if you feel led, share this message. Send it to a friend. Someone who could use a reminder that Jesus hasn't let go, and he never will. No pressure. Just gentle light, passed from heart to heart. And most of all, keep coming back. Not to the video, but to him. To Jesus, the source of all rest, all strength, all peace. He's not just a part of your journey, he is the reason you'll get through it. So until next time, take this with you. You are seen. You are valued. You are held. You are loved. And no matter where life takes you, you can always trust Jesus. Stay in his peace. One breath, one step, one prayer at a time. Amen.